Today I'd like to introduce to you the Sony Xperia SP. Design is of course a matter of taste, but nevertheless it's different. First of all, that transparent line down here, I'm going with my finger down here so that you can see it's really, not empty space, but it's transparent, and we come to this back later on. But let's first have a closer look on the design, and let me go a little bit closer so that you can see. This is a aluminum outside here, going one round in one piece. I don't know the term correctly, but nevertheless, as you can see, it's a typical new Xperia button for on-off standby. We have a camera button, and on this side we have a micro USB slot, and above here this is a headphone jack, and the best thing is you can rip off the backside. By the way, this camera is 8 megapixels photos and videos in full HD. And here we go. Pull this off and ta-da! I'm sorry for that. Bad news. You can rip off the back, but nevertheless the battery is fixed, so you can't remove it by yourself. By the way, it's capacity of let me have a look, 2,370 milliampere hours, but that's a lot really, but compared to the size of the display, it's 18% above average, so you have a good chance that you come around the day without any problems, even if it's getting a little bit more busy. But nevertheless, it's 155 grams, so that's a lot. So this is coming off, I guess, from that big battery and from that aluminum design around the corners over here. And this one is a slot for a micro SIM card. This is for micro SD card. Yep, you can expand the internal memory up to 32 gigabyte officially, but in most cases bigger or with more capacity chips with 64 gigabyte will work in most cases. I didn't try this out again on that already. This I will do in the final test, but in normal cases this will work too. But the bad news again is internal memory is 8 gigabyte only, leaving 5.4 gigabyte out of the box. So that's a net memory size 5.4 gigabyte, 5.4 gigabyte internal memory. That's the net memory size, and that's a problem because it's working with Android 4.1.2, and as you might have heard, up from Android 4.0, you have the problem that you can't move your apps to the SD card anymore unless you will root your device. And that's nothing I would recommend if you're not a pro. So for normal people like me and you, you will have to stay with your internal memory of, like I said, net 5.4 gigabyte for all your apps and notes and dates and contacts and messages and everything. So the memory card is only for multimedia data, or at least some Word documents or PDFs or whatever. Yes, those you can remove to the SD card, but not those system features like all your apps. So you should figure out for yourself if 4.5 gigabyte are enough for you. If you're a gamer, of course, you won't say no, because a game, let's say like Angry Birds, will have about some 30 megabyte up to 45 megabyte, depending on the version. But there are a lot of games out there with a lot of graphics having 1 gigabyte or more, so this is not a lot for gamers. But if you're just using Skype or WhatsApp or something like that, that's around 10 megabyte per app, so this is enough in regular cases, but be aware of that. All right, back to the display. We're talking about a diagonal of 4.54 inches, having 57 by 101 millimeters. And the pixels are 270 by 1280. So we're coming to a pixel density of 316 ppi, sounding a lot, but at the moment just 6% above the average, because that one exploded in the past because of Xperia Z and HTC One and so on. So it's okay. And as you can see, even those tiny letters here, you can read without any problems. No talking about that. And if we are looking at pictures like this one, you have rich details, no problem at all, of course. But nevertheless, as you can see already here, you have that black row here for back and home and options buttons. This is going away only if you're watching movies or photos like this one. But in regular cases, like on the home screens and in the menu or in the browser, you have that black row over here, and that's some good 7 millimeters height. So it's 7% of the total display size you will lose because of this row. And so you should talk about a diagonal of 4.3 inches, not 4.54. So that's a net display size, 4.3 inches for your net content. So, but nevertheless, this is a big one too, no problem at all. And but you should be aware of that. All right. So, by the way, if you are holding it in your hand, you have a 67 by 131 millimeters, and as I said, 155 grams. So it's really resting heavy, but in a good kind of way. Heavy weight, but a worthy, classy weight. So it's feeling great in my opinion. And let me go out a little bit more so that you can see all the device in all its beauty again, because I wanted to show you for the last thing this thing with that space, with that transparent space over here. The first thing you might have seen already is if you're watching photos, it's going with the main color of those photos. As you can see here, it's reminding me of some Philips Ambilight TV sets you might know. So that's not having any sense, but it's looking great and it's fun. And especially in the, let's go to the Walkman section. If you are listening to music, this one will flicker in the rhythm, but you have to have sound, of course. I hope you can see. Okay. As louder as it goes, let me go like that. Can you see? As louder the sound is, as higher the LED will glow. Let me go a little bit more. I hope you can see it in the movie right now. Okay, I guess understood what it shall work. And last but not least, and that's a point, I guess it's of really importance. Of course, we have Android 4.1.2, so the usual Android and Xperia Sony Surface, but we have display, and here we go, light effects. This is I want to show you. Here we have that music and photo effects I showed you at the moment, and down here you can tell the device how it shall glow, let's say for unread SMS, so you can choose a color, how it will look like, so that if there is a blinking light down here, you know, okay, I missed a call or I missed an SMS or whatever. So it's a kind of information you can transport with the color of the light down here. Okay, so that's, I hope, enough as a first impression of the Sony Xperia SP. It's available from, let's say, next week about, and the price from Sony is 419 euro here in Europe, but in the web I found it for 360 euros without any contract at the moment. So thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you back soon.